So today guys, I'm going to be teaching you guys the concept of a fair value gap, which is a gap created due to institutional participation in the market. If you get your measuring tool and measure from this here to here, now can you see that there is 0.5 pip gap? And if you see the price difference, you understand what I'm trying to say. This one is 82,200 and this one is 82,05. So since there is a gap in price, the institutions will always want to come back to this level to fill in these unfilled orders right here in the market. So here is what you're going to be learning in this video: what's a fair value gap, how to map them out, how to trade them, my own personal way of using them. We're going to be looking at the concept of CB, which is sell side imbalance and buy side inefficiency. I'm going to be looking at the concept of BC, which is buy side imbalance and sell side inefficiency. So I want to thank new and returning subscribers. For new viewers, my name is Victor Snow and this is Trading from the Soul. This is a place I take complex trading topics and I break them down into simpler parts a beginner can understand. So if you haven't already, I would want you to please give this video a quick like, smash that subscribe button beside it and turn on your post notification so you don't miss out on future videos, guys. So let's start from what's a fair value gap, or an FVG. We say that a fair value gap is a price delivery without retracement as a result of institutional participation in the market. A fair value gap. So this is a fair value gap. It is a price delivery without retracement due to what? The institutional participation in the market. This normally occurs during news or when the smart money enters the market. It leaves off infilled orders right here now. So the smart money will always want to come back to this level to take, in this scenario, these orders and would continue in their direction, which you can also call this internal range liquidity. So guys, let's look at how to map them out correctly. So the rules to map these guys out correctly is what? You know that this guys is just a 3 candle sequence where there is a gap between the high of the first candle and the low of the third candle for a bullish fair value gap. And for a bearish fair value gap, there is a gap between the low of the first candle and the high of the third candle. So this is what I mean, guys. I said that it is what? A 3 candle sequence. Can you see that? This is first candle, second candle, and our third candle. And we say for a bullish fair value gap, it is what? This is the first candle, the high of the first candle, and this is the third candle, the low of the third candle. And if you get your measuring tool to measure from this high of the first candle to the low of the third candle, you see that there is a gap. These guys don't overlap. And if you want to calculate how much this gap is now, you see that this guy is 0.5 pips gap. If you go closer to the right, you understand that there is a price gap between this guy now. Let me show you this thing now. This thing is 1.08200 and this one is 1.08205. Can you see that there's a gap in price here now? They are infilled orders. The smart money will want to come back to here to take these orders and move in their direction. The same method for a bearish fair value gap. What this is what? A 3 candle sequence, 1, 2, 3, and this is what? Our first candle, and this is our third candle. And we see that what? In that definition, that this is what? For a bearish fair value gap, it is what? The low of the first candle and the high of our third candle right here in the market. And if you get your measuring to measure from here to here, you see that there is a cap in price. This one is actually 0.3 pips, and the smart money will want to come back to refill these guys. So guys, are you getting value from this video? I want you to please smash that like button to encourage this channel and smash the subscribe button to be a member of this great community. So guys, let's now look at how can we trade these guys now. So we're going to be using the concept of CB and the concept of BC, which CB means sell side imbalance and buy side inefficiency, and BC means buy side imbalance and sell side inefficiency. So guys, this is an example of CB in the market now, which means what? Sell side imbalance and buy side inefficiency. What this basically means is that price action as it went downside left towards sell side imbalance or orders that needs to be filled, and buy side needs to what redeliver price to this level to rebalance this whole thing before price can continue to its desired direction. So this is definitely what? A fair value gap. You just mark it out right here. So what you just have to do is what? You use your order, sell market order or sell limit order right here and put your stop loss above this level. And can you see what? How market what came to this our CB and boom, market went in our desired direction. So the thing here is what? Buy side redelivered price to here to rebalance price so that price can move in our desired direction. Can you see how what? Buy side continuously took out buy side liquidity as it approaches our zone. So guys, another name for this CB is what? A bearish fair value gap. So guys, let's look at the concept of BC, which we say is what? a buy side imbalance and a sell side inefficiency. So guys, this is an example of a BC in the market, which is what a buy side imbalance and a sell side inefficiency. It means that what price action, as you can see, market created what a break of market structure moving to the upside and uptrend now. So market here left what, as market was going to the upside, left out buy side imbalance or orders now, and the sell side has to deliver price to this zone so that it can rebalance it, take out these orders and move in our desired direction. So to map this guy out is what, just use your the high of the first candle and the low of the third candle. That's your BC. To trade these guys now, we're going to be putting what, a buy limit order right here and put our stop loss below this level, and let's see how the market unfolds for us. Can you see that market what came back to this level to rebalance this zone and tapped our BC and went in our desired direction? What this means is what, sell side delivered price to this level so that our infilled orders can be filled in and price moved in our desired direction. So guys, let's look at the fair value gap inversion, which is what, when a BC or a CB has been taken, that price action have broken this our BC or CB, it can serve as either what, a demand or a supply level. So this is what I mean by a fair value gap inversion. This is what, an uptrend, and this is our BC. Price has to, sell side has to deliver price to this our BC so that we can take our trade from, but this BC was unable to hold, and its price action was took out the liquidity at this our BC now. So this BC can serve as what, a supply zone for you to take a trade down to the downside. Can you see how market broke and came back here now, took it as a supply to sell down to? So guys, coming up is my own personal way of using this BC and CB. And before then, if you haven't smashed the subscribe button and giving this video a thumbs up, I would want you to really do that right now. Have you done it? Good, let's continue. So my own very personal way of using these guys is I use it to validate a demand or a supply zone, and whenever I want to trade from either a CB or a BC, I put my stop loss below my demand or a supply zone. Let me explain this using this trading example. This is what, an uptrend. Markets continuously taking out buy side liquidities in the market, right? And this is our most recent trading range in the market, and this is our previous trading range. For some reasons, we've decided not to take our trades from this particular trading range. We're going to be using this previous trading range. So let's now mark out the BC and the CBs of this previous trading range. So starting from below here, you can see that we have what, a BC right here now. But if you see that this BC has been mitigated before it moved to the upside. Coming right here, we also have what, a BC in the market. It is actually unmitigated. So between this one and this one, which one will you actually choose in the market? Good, you got it. We're going to be eliminating this mitigated one. We're going to be using this one as our area of value and use this our recent trading range as our inducement zone in the market. So what a trader will do is he'll put his order right here and he'll put his stop loss below this BC right here in the market. Put your order right here and put your what, stop loss below this BC in the market. But if you look closely right here, we can see that we have a demand zone, an institutional reference point below this our BC right here. It is not advisable to take a trade right here with a liquidity sitting below your level, because price action could actually come here, take out the liquidity of this BC and still tap this zone, taking out your stop loss, and the market will still move in your direction. So what you do is you extend your stop loss from this BC towards my demand zone. That is how I do it. Let's now see how the trades unfolds. Can you see the market actually came back to here now? This our previous trading range serves as what's our inducement zone. Took out their liquidities, came to this BC, tapped it. Rather than moving to the upside, it took out the liquidity of this BC. People that put their stop loss actually tapped this our demand zone, and can you see market is currently about moving in our direction. Let's see what happens. Can you see how markets move wholesomely to our desired direction? This will affect your risk to reward ratio, guys, but it will actually improve your win rate and reduce your drawdown levels in the market. So guys, you finally come to the end of this YouTube video. If you really found value in this one, I would want you to please give this video a quick like, smash that subscribe button beside it, and turn on your post notification, guys, so you don't miss out on future videos. And I will want you to comment a particular topic that you want me to cover next in my next YouTube video. That will be all, guys, and I will see you guys in my next YouTube video.